Hi, I'm Donnie Wonder. In 2019, I set out on an artistic journey.
Hello! Hello, Hollywood Studios. My name is Donnie Wonder, and I've got a pitch for you.
Here we go. Are you rolling? I made a documentary about the murder of artist David Hackman.
Oh, that's kind of good, huh?
I am David!
The wounds suggest a butter knife. It had the potential to be a great film, in the spirit of timeless classics such as The Jinx, The Makings of a Murderer, or The Staircase. It was set to launch my career.
Oh!
Donnie, in a lot of ways, this film is a mistake.
That's a thought. I'm doing a director's commentary to take back my movie. I'm going to say exactly where the studio went wrong, and you're going to hear my side of the story. You're about to see killer whales as I see it. Enjoy.
Hey, Wyatt, Jeff in Vegas. Good morning.
Nice to meet you, Jeff. Good morning to you.
Oh, thanks for joining me to talk about killer whales. Man, I loved it, man. Congratulations. I love these kind of mockumentaries and outrageous LA stories, so congratulations, man. Great job.
I really appreciate that. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Well, tell us about Donnie Wonder. Give us the pitch.
Yeah. So Donnie Wonder is a naive filmmaker. He has this big dream. He's watched all the true crime documentaries that you see on Netflix, and he has this big dream that he's going to make his own. So he comes to Hollywood with no preparation, with totally just a dream and a naive sense that he can do anything. And he encounters this unsolved murder, and he tries to go in and solve it, but he keeps at every step being faced with the realities of both Hollywood and these wacky, strange suspects in this murder case that aren't making anything easy for him. So it's really about the struggle of this man to kind of piece together not only his dream, but a murder mystery.
Yeah, because true crime is the most popular genre right now. They're huge on Netflix. Everywhere you look, they're the most highly rated shows. And I love how it's a typical Hollywood story involving creative filmmakers destroying their films. I mean, how many times have we heard that tale happen when Hollywood destroyed young filmmakers? So is that kind of your experience, maybe a little bitterness, or?
No, that's a good question. I think it's more about my own naivete in setting out to make a movie. I think I wanted to, I'm a dreamer, I think, and I'm often confronted with the logistical realities of making my dreams come true. And so I think I was pulling on with that Donnie character. I think I was pulling on my own naivete, and honestly, some of the difficulties of, that logistical difficulties that are involved in making a movie. And I wanted all that to feed back into the story of this and ground it in some of my experiences. But I think it really is pulling on my own sort of dreamer, naive, idealist qualities.
And shooting a mockumentary format, is that more creatively freedom for something like that? I mean, give you a chance to improv, or just because it seems like it's just such a great format for a filmmaker to use.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think I definitely wanted to involve improv. Our director, Willow Hamilton, really wanted to involve improv. We wanted to create sort of a space for character play, for these characters have fun. And I grew up, loving like Best in Show and, Spinal Tap, the famous first mockumentaries, so I love that form. I think it's so fun. And I do think it allows for really fun improv.
And writer star of the film, but you chose not to direct. Any particular reason why, or?
Yeah, so I've been collaborating with my director friend, Willow Hamilton, since, the last, I guess, 6-7 years. And I just really love what Willow brings to the sort of atmospheric quality, really, really interesting, unique visuals. And I think it just adds a really awesome, cool element to the comedy of this. And I love working with Willow. So
I was going to say also a trust, because you're the writer and the star. You had to find someone to share your vision that you could trust with, right?
Yes, exactly. And I do trust Willow. Yes.
Oh, great. And I wanted to say, you said something earlier about like when you were shooting the film, did you shoot anything guerrilla style? I mean, something with no permits kind of thing? Because it felt like, you know, you were flying by the seat of your pants sometimes.
Absolutely. There's plenty of guerrilla style stuff in there. We were actually, there was, we were doing a sort of cemetery scene. We didn't go to an actual cemetery, but we made sort of a makeshift one in a public park, and it started raining and we were trying to steal the shot really quickly. We got it. We got kicked out as we were sort of filming, and we wound up cutting that scene, but we definitely did some guerrilla shooting.
Hey, filmmakers do what they got to do to get their film made. That's what I adore. I love about this film. A great cast in the film, and I love Anthony Cardigan. You know, I love him, Carrigan in Barry, and so he is so funny. I mean, but he's nothing like his characters, is he?
He's a good friend of mine, and he's a very sweet, very loving friend, and he's no accent. You know,
Yes.
he's from Boston. He's from Massachusetts. So, but yeah, just he's a very sweet, kind friend. Yeah.
Great job.
Funny guy. Yeah.
And what's next for you? Going to stick with comedy, or do you like to explore other genres, or do you already? I'm sure you have filmmakers always have their next projects or projects.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got another comedy I'm working on right now called Another Nutcracker. And this one's actually not mockumentary style, but it is always in line with those wacky characters. That's the most inspiring thing to me. I come from a family of wacky characters, and I love that stuff. So,
well, congratulations on Killer Whales. It was hysterical, and I can't wait to see what you do next. So let's talk again soon. All right, Wyatt, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it. Have a great day.